Hello you crazy collectors, welcome to another retro review video. We've got a range of limited edition box set tins to show you. We're going to get up close, we're going to open these out, we're going to see the videos inside. You've heard of the Battle of the Five Armies. Now this is the Battle of the Five box set tins. These are from 1993 right up to 2001. Of course, VHS is now an obsolete format, superseded by DVD, Blu-ray and streaming. The picture quality is obviously far superior on those later formats. So I'm going to give these video box sets a score out of 5 against 5 different criteria. Firstly, artwork and design. Secondly, we're going to look at uniqueness or desirability. Thirdly, we're going to look at durability, how well have they lasted, their value, their 2020 value, and finally watchability, more based on when these stories first came out on video. And by the end of this video, we'll know which is the best tin, and we'll see if there's anything these have to offer over and above the later format DVDs or Blu-rays. So let's get right into it. Let's have a look at the first box set. 30th anniversary of Doctor Who, the Daleks limited edition souvenir tin. In terms of design, it did look really impressive when it was new. We've got an embossed Dalek, correct model for the chase, the story that's included in the set. Doctor Who 30th anniversary logo can display well vertically or horizontally. Nice iconic shot of the Daleks crossing Westminster Bridge. You can see it's got a hinge there. Plastic retainer case, which I'll just take out. And we've got the video cassettes inside. Let's just pop this plastic case off. 2 tapes. First we've got the chase. Artwork there by Andrew Skeletor, William Hartnell, the Dalek, the Mechanoid from the story. And secondly we've got Remembrance of the Daleks, the Sylvester McCoy story. Some really beautiful artwork there by Alistair Pearson. Even the plastic inner sleeve has the imprinted Doctor Who 30th anniversary logo. That's a really nice touch. So on that basis I'm going to give this box set a 4 out of a possible 5 for design. So moving on to uniqueness and desirability, I'm also going to give this a 4 out of 5. Firstly because this was the first box set that was released. It's just remarking that these were the first releases of each of these stories on BBC Video. Those fans who grew up with the video releases will probably have some fond memories of the film look of the earlier episodes that were released because they were film prints of the original television recordings. This box set also included a 48-page small book on the history of the Daleks, details about every single Dalek story broadcast up until that point. Doctor Who 30th anniversary 1963 to 1993 collection catalogue. So I'm going to award that a very respectable 4 out of 5 in terms of uniqueness and desirability. It is nearly 30 years old, it has rusted to quite a large extent. Cardboard sleeves on the videos are also susceptible to kind of wear and tear. They're not as strong as your kind of durable plastic cases that we normally see on the video. So just a 1 out of 5 for durability. This has an average value of £18.90, but expect to pay maybe up to £50 if you want a pristine looking example. So I'm going to give this a 4 out of 5 for value. In terms of watchability, I'll give this 5 out of 5 full marks. Very exciting story, which is Remembrance of the Daleks. The special effects on this are also untampered with, unlike the DVDs and the chase. More of a light-hearted story, but at the time it was unseen. It is only the 3rd Dalek story. There was a bit of a curiosity at the time, so it was good to see it. That means overall this scores a Ritchie rating of 18 out of 25. Okay, moving on to the second Doctor Who limited edition box set tin that was released as part of the Doctor Who 30th anniversary. This one released in October 1993. It's the so-called TARDIS tin. The Trial of the Time Lord, the Colin Baker 14-part epic season-long story. We've got the Doctor Who 30th anniversary 1963 to 93 logo. That's kind of nicely embossed. We've got the ribbon there. Trial of the Time Lord. This contains 3 videos. It's perhaps not a wholly accurate design, but it is a really beautiful rendition of the TARDIS in this kind of light pastel blue shade. Indented in these panels here, so it's not just like painted on. On the bottom of the tin, we've got a picture of the first Doctor, so different variations of this tin have different Doctors on them, and the total running time of this video is 5 hours and 50 minutes. The Mysterious Planet, Mind Warp, Terror of the Vervoids, plus The Ultimate Foe. So the third tape had those two stories on it. We just pop this lid off then. As I said, none of the other video box sets are hinged. This box set also had a clear plastic retainer inside just to stop the video kind of banging around inside. I don't have that any longer, but I do have the original cardboard sleeve for the videotapes. A very photorealistic painted artwork cover from the resident Doctor Who artist Alistair Pearson, and we've got on the cover the Doctor, the Valeyard, and a villain from each of the main stories. So I'm going to award this a maximum 5 out of 5 in terms of design. But moving on to uniqueness and desirability, I'm going to give this a 4 out of possible 5. Mainly because it's great to have a TARDIS as a display piece. It's great to have a TARDIS tin. Collectors out there will know if you've been reading Doctor Who magazine over the years. This is also used as the receptacle for questions in the Out of the TARDIS feature. Quite desirable to have the same actual TARDIS tin that they use in Doctor Who magazine. Moving on to durability, I'm going to give this a 3 out of a possible 5 in terms of the outward appearance, in terms of the tin itself. This is weathered reasonably well. The paintwork is in very good condition. There's just some very slight kind of tarnishing on the edges. The same cannot be said for the cardboard sleeve video. As you can see, the way it is designed is actually quite hard to open this up to get the tapes out without at least bending the card. In this case it has been ripped. So I'm just going to give this a 3 out of 5 for durability. In terms of value, this has a 2020 market value of £26.10 on average. In terms of watchability, I'm going to give this a 3 out of 5. The Trial of the Time Lord is quite an epic story. There's some great guest actors, there's some great special effects, some great costumes at work, but in terms of the actual story, it's quite an incoherent story, and the trial scenes can be quite intrusive. If you're not familiar with VHS video, it is a 1/4 inch magnetic tape. As you can see, this one is actually rather twisted. Trying to watch that opening special effects shot of the Time Lord's space station over and over again, and that has led to that twisting and damage on the tape there. Okay, so the third tin to be released is this second Dalek tin from 1999. Contains videotapes of Planet of the Daleks and Revelation of the Daleks, so a third Doctor 6-part serial and the extended 2-part serial featuring the 6th Doctor. We have a nice gold effect embossed Doctor Who logo, and then we have the embossed Dalek making a reappearance. So in my opinion, this is quite repetitive. So we have that original chase style Dalek, but this time painted in the kind of cream and gold colour of a Revelation Dalek. The combined running time is approximately 231 minutes, so just short of 4 hours. In terms of uniqueness, I'm just going to give this a kind of middle of the road 3 out of 5. So firstly, with Planet of the Daleks, although made entirely in colour, Episode 3 unfortunately no longer exists in that format. So it is presented here in black and white, as it was when it was broadcast on BBC One as part of the 1993 kind of 30th anniversary repeat story. The DVD does feature the recolorized version. You can't see the black and white version on the DVD. And you can call the Who Police, because I've actually never seen Planet of the Daleks 3 in colour. Then with Revelation of the Daleks, the original as broadcast 1985 version with the original 1985 video effects. In terms of durability, I give this a 2 out of 5. So superficially it does look quite good, however kind of looking up close is starting to kind of rust around the edges. On the inside we got the 2 tapes in the more durable plastic cases, so these both have photo montage covers. They look quite nice. In terms of value, just £7.60, so I'm just going to give this a 1 out of 5 for value. Then finally for watchability, I will give it 4 out of 5. Planet of the Daleks is a good adventure story, and the Revelation of the Daleks is one of the stronger Colin Baker stories. 4 out of 5 for watchability. So that means the 1999 Dalek tin scores an overall Ritchie rating of 13 out of 25. So I have for you here the Doctor Who limited edition Cyberman tin. This is from the year 2000, so it's 20 years old. As you can see, it is a very similar design to the second Dalek tin from the year before. It's exactly the same shape and size. We have an enlarged embossed Doctor Who logo, this time in kind of silver effect or chrome effect. And we have a nice raised embossed print of the Cyberman, the 2 stories contained in this set. Attack of the Cybermen, featuring the 6th Doctor as played by Colin Baker, and the 10th Planet, the first Cyberman story, featuring the 1st Doctor as played by William Hartnell, actually in his final regeneration story. And this is also famously missing its final 4th episode, so we just had those 3 episodes plus a reconstruction of the 4th episode. And on the side of the tin, silver effect ridges going all the way around. There's nothing really to remark on the back other than the total running time, which of these 2 stories is 189 minutes. Inside, the tin lid pops up, and the 2 stories. Then we have a small little brochure or pamphlet featuring other available Doctor Who merchandise at the time. So in terms of design, these have photo montage covers, the house style for all Doctor Who merchandise released around this time. These covers aren't too bad at all, but on the 10th Planet, which is set in the South Pole, we've got some trees in the Antarctic here, which, you know, what's all that about? So overall, I would give this particular set a 4 out of 5 in terms of design. For uniqueness, I would give it a 2 out of 5. If you're more interested in that 60s film look, certainly worth checking out the 10th Planet. If you prefer that aesthetic. On Attack of the Cybermen, well, this doesn't really offer anything over the DVD print, which will be superior quality. Rather uniquely, it does feature what you might call an extra. It includes a special bonus interview with Colin Baker and Nicola Bryan on Swap Shop, originally broadcast 5th of January 1985, so the beginning of the tape features this bonus interview. I've had a look at this, it's actually Saturday Superstore that they're on, so that's a little technical error. So that is a unique special feature to this video. So in terms of durability, why not? I'm going to give this 5 out of 5. It only has very, very minor wear and tear or damage to it. And considering this is now 20 years old, it still looks almost brand new. And the tapes inside are obviously kind of pristine condition. In the plastic durable cases, in terms of value, this now has a average price of £10.40 in 2020 money, so I'll give this a 3 out of 5. And in terms of watchability, I'll give it a 3 out of 5 as well. Attack of the Cybermen is an action-packed story. It's quite gritty, but it's not the best Cybermen story there is. However, the 10th Planet obviously has good historical value. That means this 2000 Cybermen tin scores a overall Ritchie rating of 17 out of 25. Okay, and the final 5th box set tin is the limited edition Master tin, the so-called Master tin from 2001. In this video box set, we have 2 6-part serials starring Jon Pertwee as the 3rd Doctor. So we have Colony in Space as the first video, and we have the Time Monster on the second videotape. Both feature Roger Delgado as the Doctor's arch nemesis villain, the Master. Exactly the same size and shape of tin as the Cyberman and Dalek tins from the previous 2 years. In terms of design then, I would give this a 2. A nice print of Roger Delgado as the Master. That is not embossed at all. That is just kind of spray painted on as a picture. So that is less visually effective than the Cyberman and Daleks tin. On the side, we have the Doctor Who logo once again, and these ridges on the back. Nothing remarkable, just short of 5 hours total runtime. Uniqueness, I'll just give this a 2. I would not say it is as desirable as the monster tins that we have. So in this set we also have another pamphlet showcasing some of the other merchandise that was available at this time, the Doctor Who 2001 novels, the script book, and a couple of the DVDs, the early DVDs that were released around this time. As with the other two videos, these tapes have photo montage, swirling effect covers. Overall, the design of this set is fine, it's just a bit bland in comparison to the others. In terms of uniqueness, I'll give this a 2 out of 5. So it's nice to have a villain themed box set instead of a monster themed box set. But other than that, both these stories are available on streaming or DVD, and they will be of superior quality. And these tapes don't feature any additional extra footage or features or trailers or anything like that. So if you're going to actually watch these stories, the DVD would be the way to go. Durability, this is a bit more scratched up than the earlier Cyberman tin, but other than that, it's still in fairly good condition for its age. So a 4 out of 5 for durability. In terms of value, its 2020 value is an average of £8, so it's on the lower end of the scale. The postage, because of the weight and size of the item, are going to add to the cost of acquiring a set like this. Watchability, I would give it a 2 out of 5. These are quite average Third Doctor stories. Stories like Terror the Autons, The Demons, and Sea Devils are all stronger stories, but these just happen to be the last two stories of the Third Doctor with the Master that needed to be released, so that's why they were kind of packaged together. And that means that this scores an overall Ritchie rating of 12 out of 25. So that's all the reviews done. Now we can look at the final scores. In third place we have the Doctor Who limited edition Cyberman tin with 17 out of 25. And then in the runners-up second position we have the Doctor Who 30th anniversary Daleks souvenir limited edition tin, and that scored a Ritchie rating of a very respectable 18 out of 25. If that was in better condition, I would have scored that higher. And the overall winner of the Battle of the Box Sets is the 1993 TARDIS tin of the Trial of a Time Lord. This is a beautiful display piece and collector's item. It's only going to appreciate in value, or at least curiosity value, over time. And if you've got the space, I would hang on to the Dalek tin and at very least the Cyberman tin as well, if you have them. And if you're in the market for picking these up, they can be acquired for very reasonable amounts on second-hand auction sites. So thanks guys for watching this video. I really appreciate you sticking around to the end if you did so. Please subscribe to the channel and please give this video a like. And I will see you next time. See you later.